Good morning, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. Well, sorry I missed you yesterday morning. I had a little technical issue that stopped me from posting my video yesterday. But here we are back on track on Tuesday morning with stock index futures moving higher, being led higher by the Russell 2000 and then the NASDAQ. So looking to see if we can regain some more of Friday's losses. Commodities are a little weaker this morning with both crude oil and gold down slightly this morning, so that could put a damper on the Canadian market on Tuesday. Yesterday was an inside day or a day of indecision. Yesterday we traded within Friday's big range and looking for a breakout of that range, and we'll see what happens when we get up to Friday's highs on Tuesday. Looking at the VIX, you've probably heard me mention the 2188 level many times over the past couple of months. And we ran up to that on Friday and stopped on a dime. And now we're coming back. We had an inside day yesterday. Expected that, yes, the VIX could start to move up, but if we didn't break out above 2188, I didn't think the overall market would get bearish. But here we are. We're struggling at the 2188 level, looking to see if we can take that out. If we do that, then I think there'll be more broader selling in the market. Now, the bull ETFs for the VIX are still on sell signals. They did not generate buy signals on Friday, and yesterday was an inside day. Looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's down at the bottom of the panic zones, pressure zones starting to form. You can see we're projecting lower prices here, so expecting a low right around the end of June, start of July. Of course, if we get a buy signal here, we'll be looking for resistance at the flypaper channel. We're clustering around the 62,500 level. We dipped below it. We traded below 60,000, but here we are. We haven't closed below 60,000. If we take out Friday's low, then a move down to $56,250 would be our next target to the downside. And you can see we got lots of room to go to the upside before we get a buy signal on Tuesday. Watching the bear ETFs, we made a high on Friday, pulled back yesterday. Of course, I hope you've locked in some profits so far and you have a small position left. And we'll keep that small position and ride it out and see just how far we can get with the remainder of our long bear Bitcoin ETF trade. Looking at the commodity ETFs, gold barely moved yesterday. Gold stocks barely moved. Then looking at crude oil, it moved up into the channel yesterday. I guess it'll pull back slightly this morning. Gasoline still on a sell signal. Natural gas now back on a sell signal as of Monday's close. Pros still in control here. They don't seem to be too interested in being aggressive sellers at the moment. Energy stocks on the TSX inside day yesterday, they moved back up into the channel. And we've got U.S. energy stocks still on a buy signal here. No change in trend. Looking at a couple of the major ETFs, we've got the TSX 60 and the Dow still on buy signals here while everybody else is on a sell signal. Their semiconductors up 5% yesterday. We're looking for a close on Tuesday above $612.34. We closed at $598.16 yesterday. So a little bit of work to go before we get a new buy signal for the semiconductors. Looking at the TSX most actives, it was an inside day for Suncor yesterday, inside day for Canadian Natural Resources. No change for TELUS. Then looking at Enbridge, no change there. We need to close below $77.16 on Tuesday to give us a sell signal. BlackBerry still on a buy signal, no change there. No change for Pembina. We're trying to get up over 68.75. If we can do that, then 71.88 comes into play. Of course, you could expect some psychological resistance at the $70 level. Then looking at Manulife, still on a buy signal here, no change. If we can get over recent resistance, then 56.25 would be our next target. Looking at Capstone, inside day yesterday, no change. New low for Kinross on Monday, new low for Equinox Gold, and a new low for B2 Gold for this particular move. Then the first bank to come up on the most active list was the TD Bank, making a new high yesterday, heading towards $162.50. Last up this morning, a quick look at the New York most actives from Monday's trading action. NVIDIA had an inside day. We saw Intel move up into the channel yesterday, so close above $116 would give us a buy signal on Tuesday. Looking at American Airlines, no change there, still on a sell signal. Inside day yesterday for Nokia. Marvell seems to be holding up very well at the moment compared to some other stocks in this sector. So it looks like the darling of the sector at the moment. SoFi inside day yesterday, no change there. Now, Apple had a very wide bar yesterday and ended the day on a sell signal. Now, it did not trade below 300. So being long Apple, I would want to hold whatever position I have left at this time and wait for the next close below the lower channel line because I think that $300 level could act as support at the moment. And the low yesterday was $301.17. We closed just a couple of cents above that. So I'll be looking to see if the $300 level holds on Tuesday. Looking at Keel Infrastructure, traded up to the upper channel line, so a close above 577 would give us a buy signal there. Then looking at NU, no change in trend there. Then looking at Micron traded up to the upper channel line yesterday, looking for a close above $973.43 to give us a new daily buy signal on Tuesday. Tesla inside day yesterday, no change in trend there. Then Amazon made a new low for this move on Monday. And last up this morning, looking at Netflix. Netflix is treading water here, holding support at the 81.25 level. And so that could be the bottom for Netflix. We'll have to wait and see. If we break down below that, then $75 is our next target to the downside. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like we're going to see some buying on Tuesday morning. Still looking to see if we can break out above Friday's high. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Wednesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.